Good afternoon. Good afternoon. That's a couple, but I think we need a little more energy. Let's try it again. Good afternoon. There we go. That's convocation energy. Don't bring that library energy. We want convocation energy. We're excited to see someone graduate today, right? Okay, perfect. Then we're off to a good start. My name is Sean Ferfaro, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences Convocation Ceremony this afternoon. Before we get started with the ceremony, I just want to take a moment to inform you of the nearest emergency exit for you in the unlikely event we have to evacuate the building for any reason. For our guests up in the bleachers, it's very simple. You would process back up to track level and then make your way down to this door directly outside. Essentially, head for daylight. That's the plan, okay? For those of you on this half of the floor, you would get up and make your way out that door in the back corner. From there, in that hallway, there is a staircase in the back corner which will take you to the same door, okay? And right out here. If you're on this side, there are two options, 2 doors at the back or 1 door at the front. All of those doors will take you to the same entrance that you came in this morning, okay? Under no circumstances, go that way. There's no door over there. It doesn't end well. In the event of an emergency, our ushers will help to direct you, and all of our exits have the green runner symbol directly above the door for easy, visible access. All right, now back to convocation. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in our convocation ceremony. In order to have full attention on convocation today, we would ask you to please silence all your cell phones and electronic devices, pretty much anything that makes noise. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs are hosting a social media program developed especially for convocation. We would ask you to please share some photos, memories, and perhaps some advice for our graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Convocation is a time for celebration. It's an opportunity for all of us to come together as a community to honor the success and achievements of all of our graduates. They've worked incredibly hard to get here today. Everybody in this room, nobody knows better than you how hard they've worked to get here today, right? And it's amazing that we all get to share this experience with them today. And shared really is the key word. We're all here together, sharing a collective moment that each of you will remember forever and that each of our graduates will never forget. So with that said, let's all work together to help to create a positive atmosphere that both respects and celebrates this momentous occasion for all of our graduates. No pressure. Now, before the graduates enter for this momentous occasion, we thought it would be helpful for you to learn a little bit more about what a University of Guelph convocation ceremony is all about. So we've prepared this video.
Convocation is a momentous occasion and steeped in rich history. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. The gowns for baccalaureate and magisteriate degrees are black, with the hood color differing to represent each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have bright blue gowns, while the honorary degree recipients have red. The University of Guelph crest represents our institution's specific history. The stallion above represents our connection to the Royal City of Guelph, the book to the liberal arts, the astrolabe to the sciences, and the cornucopia, our connection to abundance and agriculture. The motto for the crest, Rerum cognoscere causis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. Now to the ceremony itself. The procession of people into the hall is also influenced by ancient tradition. The graduands will be the first to enter, heralding the start of the ceremony. The graduands will be followed by the arrival of the mace, which will lead the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority of the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the Chancellor, the President, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and Senate, and members of faculty and staff. The ceremony will be organized by college. We will begin with doctorates and magisteriates, followed by the baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will present scholars by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be captured, and there will be a simultaneous live webcast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. Each student will pause at center stage, and a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your cumulative applause until after each group of graduates has crossed the stage. We assure you there will be an opportunity for truly thunderous applause before the ceremony ends. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, the Chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. We would ask that you please remain standing during the recessional until the platform party has processed out of the hall, and then remain at your seat for a brief closing announcement about the reception that follows and instructions on a phased dismissal. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
Please stand as you're able for the arrival of the graduating class.
Ani, we give thanks to the Creator. We acknowledge the world around us and understand our place within it. We acknowledge and offer our respect to the many nations that walked this land in the past, the many nations that walk it today, and welcome you to the treaty lands and territory of the CSAHS of the Anishinaabe. Sacred trust, we are the keepers of this land. She shelters and sustains us. Long after the flesh fails the spirit, we will care for this land. Our drums will be heard upon the wind, our voices in the rustle of the leaf. Our people have a sacred trust for the land, a trust no man may break, a trust that death cannot sever. We were here when you first stepped foot upon this land, and here we will remain long after the last step has disturbed your soil.
As an institution committed to learning, research, and to improving life, we are on a journey of transformative acts towards reconciliation. We acknowledge our role in strengthening relationships with First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples, and in upholding our responsibilities as treaty partners and citizens. We know there's much work to do here and across Canada, and we are dedicated to taking these next steps together towards a brighter future. We would ask you to please remain standing and join Mira Santam in the singing of our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Good afternoon. My name is Rabbi Rafi Steiner. I run Chabad Guelph, a Jewish organization serving students, faculty, and staff on campus, and I'm a member of the Multi-Faith Resource Team. It's a pleasure to deliver today's invocation. There's a story of a little old lady who sold pretzels on the street corner for 50 cents each. Every day, a young lawyer would exit his office building at lunch, and as he passed her pretzel stand, he'd leave 2 quarters. But he never took a pretzel. This went on for nearly 5 years. Even though they never spoke, every day he'd leave 50 cents. They'd make eye contact. Every day, he would never take a pretzel. Finally, one day, as the lawyer passed her stand and laid down his 2 quarters, the pretzel woman spoke to him. "Sir, I appreciate your business. You're my best customer. But you must know, the price of pretzels has gone up to 75 cents. That was a joke. Maybe not a laugh-out-loud joke, but the point is there and it's obvious. For 5 years, someone showed up faithfully, consistently, and generously, and she experienced it only as a transaction, never as something to truly notice and appreciate. And that's something very human. Over the years, you filled notebooks, written papers, studied for exams, learned from professors, friends, mentors, and experiences both inside and outside the classroom. But education was never meant to end with information. The real purpose of learning is action. Knowledge only becomes meaningful when it shapes the way we live, the way we treat people, and the contributions we make to the world around us. The Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson, often emphasized that every person is placed exactly where they are for a purpose, and that each of us has the responsibility to use our unique abilities to bring more goodness, kindness, and light into the world. The Rebbe taught that the question is not simply whether we were successful, but whether we used the opportunities entrusted to us to serve something greater than ourselves. And perhaps that becomes the defining question of life. 70 or 80 years from now, when you look back on your journey, I don't believe the question you'll ask yourselves will be, how many awards did I get, or how impressive was my resume? The deeper question will be, what did I do with the opportunities I was given? Did I use my education only to build a career or also to build people? Did I make life easier for someone else? Did I bring integrity into my work, compassion into my relationships, and purpose into my community? Did I leave the world a better place than I found it? Every person here has been blessed with opportunities that come with enormous privilege and responsibility. You have talents, ideas, energy, and the ability to influence countless lives in ways you may never realize. So as you leave this chapter and begin the next, don't measure success only by what you achieve for yourself. Measure it by the impact you have on others and by how fully you use the gifts and opportunities you've been given. And may you one day look back with pride and gratitude, able to say, I was given opportunities and I used them well. Mazel tov, thank you. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mary Ann Chambers, and I have the pleasure of serving as Chancellor of this very special university. With me on stage are representatives of the University of Guelph's senior leadership team, staff and faculty, alumni, and members of the university's Board of Governors and Senate, all of whom are here to proudly celebrate what our graduates have achieved. I am truly grateful for their dedication to the personal and professional development and success of our students. I'm also immensely grateful to members of our extended university community who provide advice, mentorship, opportunities for co-op placements and experiential learning, and all who provide financial support in the form of scholarships, bursaries, and other awards, and invest in resources and physical spaces that enhance the student experience. Please allow me to acknowledge the Fransons and the Woods. It seems like, sure, give them a hand. We have great friends. Thank you. It seems like not very long ago that I stood at this podium to formally admit many of today's graduates to the University of Guelph. The faces I saw then seemed a lot younger and a bit unsure, perhaps even anxious. Today, you look excited, confident, and ready to take on the next chapters of your lives. I am reminded of one of the songs that British singer Susan Boyle recorded. Here are some of the lyrics of who I was born to be. When I was a child, I could see the wind in the trees, and I heard a song in the breeze. It was there singing out my name. I have known the taste of defeat, and I have finally grown to believe it will all come around again. Though I may not know the answers, I can finally say I'm free. And if the questions led me here, then I am who I was born to be. And so here am I, open arms and ready to stand. I've got the world in my hands and it feels like my turn to fly. I am who I was born to be. I am who I was born to be. Graduates, regardless of the program of study you chose to pursue, it is actually who you are as human beings and how you live your lives that will have the greatest impact on the quality of life we each get to enjoy. I ask that you never lose your appetite for exploring and learning, whether in formal settings or in your day-to-day interactions with others. There are many challenges that will continue to need our thoughtful attention, like climate change and food insecurity, global health, and geopolitical instability. Addressing challenges such as these is critical to the survival and sustainability of our planet. Artificial intelligence is also for real, and it calls upon us to value the accuracy of information and how we use data, as well as the importance of ethical approaches to decision-making. So yes, there are challenges all around us, but in each of you, I see reasons to be hopeful. I see the opportunity for you to define the kind of life that will be most meaningful for you. And I hope you have a sense of what is possible. I hope you are feeling like who you were born to be. I want you to aspire to greatness. Most of all, I want you to make your lives matter, because our world truly needs you to do so. The world should be a better place because you have lived. Today, we're celebrating much of what we have in common, like our understanding of the importance of dreaming big and working hard to make those big dreams a reality, and the importance of believing in ourselves while supporting others during difficult times, cheering each other on with every little taste of success, not taking our sense of community or the pride that we share as Canadians for granted, and recognizing that we are much stronger when we are able to rely on each other. As you embrace the joy and satisfaction of these moments and look with optimism and courage towards the future, I wish you continued success. And I ask that you remember those who have cared so much about you and have often made significant sacrifices to enable you to dream big. So if you're able to do so, now would be a good time to stand, Look around you and behind you and applaud all who have helped you to get to this point. Thank you. I also know from conversations I have had with students that some have had to work hard under difficult personal circumstances to achieve their dreams. I admire and applaud the strength, resilience, and determination that you have all demonstrated. Life is truly a journey. So as we celebrate you today, it is my hope that you will continue to invest in yourselves and your future. Your can-do growth mindset got you here, and it will take you further. I believe that you will be rewarded for your efforts and your wise choices in ways that you might not yet be able to predict. Today, you are becoming alumni, forever cherished members of the University of Guelph community. Remember why you chose to pursue a university education. I would like to believe you did so not only to improve yourselves and your prospects for the future, but also to improve life for others. I have another wish for you that I will convey through one verse of the lyrics of a song by American country singer and songwriter Lee Ann Womack. It's not a new song, but I think its message is timeless and one that you might want to take with you on your life's journey. The song's title is I Hope You Dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. Remain close to the University of Guelph, and if at all possible, please do whatever you can to help ensure the success of students who will follow you. This will always be your alma mater. You can be very proud of that. Your university is certainly very proud of you. I wish you the best always.
Good afternoon. My name is Robin Roth. I'm the chair of the Department of Geography, Environment, and Geomatics in the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. Madam Chancellor, upon the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to present to you Margaret Biggs, the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. For more than 3 decades, Margaret Biggs has exhibited people-centered, value-based, and outcome-focused leadership. As one of Canada's most influential and dedicated policy practitioners, her calm determination and action has underpinned her commitment to public service, global development, and higher education. Renowned for her collaborative spirit, humility, and kindness, Margaret served in the federal service as Deputy Secretary of the Cabinet for Priorities and Planning and President of the Canadian International Development Agency. She fronted the launch of Canada's G8 Muskoka Initiative for Maternal, Newborn, and Child Health and oversaw Canada's international development and humanitarian assistance worldwide. Margaret continued to make leadership contributions as chair of the Board of Governors for the International Development Research Centre, Canada's leading funder of research and innovation in developing regions, chair of the World University Service of Canada, and vice chair of the Canadian Partnership for Women and Children's Health. She continues to serve on the boards of the National Judicial Institute and the International Foundation for Election Systems. Active in many research and university-based efforts, she co-chaired an influential study group on global education, informing federal efforts to grow opportunities for young Canadians to study abroad. For this work, she was honored by the Canadian Bureau for International Education. A strategic thinker and deeply proud Canadian, Biggs contributed important publications on our country's approaches to trade, development cooperation, and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. She is a Matthews Fellow at Queen University and Senior Non-Resident Fellow at the Brookings Institution. I now ask you, Madam Chancellor, to confer upon Margaret Biggs the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is my real pleasure to admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws. Love you, sister. I now ask Dr. Margaret Biggs to deliver the convocation address. Okay.
Madam Chancellor, President and Vice Chancellor Van Acker, Associate Dean Haynes, distinguished members of the University of Guelph community, honored guests, families and friends, and most importantly, the 2026 graduates of the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. Thank you for this tremendous honor and the privilege of being here with you today. I'm very grateful and very humbled. And I will get through this. It's truly a joyous occasion. We are here to celebrate the graduates, where you have been, what you have accomplished, and what you will do in the future. We're also here to honor your families, your friends, your mentors who have accompanied you along your path. To the graduates, yours has not been an easy journey. You have overcome adversity along the way, the impact of COVID, the after effects of COVID, the historic shift to digital learning and generative AI, and more. And you have persevered, and you have made it, and it was worth it. Your degree really matters. It's a mark of intellectual rigor, sustained hard work, and resilience. Your university experience matters. You've exposed to new ideas, new people, different backgrounds, and new ways of doing things. You've been challenged, pushed outside your comfort zone. You've made lifelong friends and memories. And your decision to study here at the University of Guelph matters. With its mission, improve life, and the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences interdisciplinary approach to problem solving and human well-being. The most pressing challenges of our time, homelessness, climate change, global development, health inequities, to name just a few, require the kind of integrative thinking and collaboration that comes from working with and across different disciplines and sectors. And I believe your education here at the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences will prepare you for the complexities of real-life problems and for leadership in whatever role you might lead. Before going any further, I want to share something with you. This ceremony is extra special for me because it's the first convocation of which I have personally been part. It's not the first convocation I've been to. I've been blessed to attend my children's convocations, my husband's, but I didn't show up for my own, and I don't really know why. Perhaps I had to work, but probably I just took it for granted. I didn't appreciate what an important milestone it was, or how grateful I should be. And perhaps most regrettably, I didn't appreciate how much it would mean to my parents, as neither of them had the opportunity to further their own education. They were part of what we now call the greatest generation, that grew up in the Depression, fought in the World War, and then laid the foundation for the decades of growth and prosperity and social progress that we now enjoy here in Canada. So I mentioned this little story for a couple of reasons. First, because you all showed up, so you were already way ahead of where I got to. Second, to acknowledge that while my generation may have taken a lot of things for granted, economic opportunity, social cohesion, a more peaceful and more democratic world, my parents' generation did not. And your generation and our future cannot either. Indeed, in this current moment of uncertainty, none of us can be complacent. And third, because I think the experience of the great generation that came of age during the Depression and the war gives us all a point of reference to judge ourselves and guide the way forward. So now, if I may, I'd like to mention some guideposts, some possible North Stars that sustained my parents' generation, have guided me throughout my life, that may be helpful to you as well on your journey, and I also believe that they can help make the world a better place. Let me start with conviction. You may not know exactly what you want to do next or what you want to do with your life. There's so many variables, jobs, relationships, where you want to live, technology. It's impossible to know exactly where you might end up. But you do know what kind of person you want to be, what kind of friend and colleague and family member you want to be. You know what kind of world you want to live in and what you're willing to fight for. You know your purpose, and your convictions can serve as a North Star. They will stay true, and they will guide you wherever you go, whether you face calm or stormy waters. Courage. Have the courage to stand up for your convictions, for what you believe in, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Inevitably, you will be tested. You may not be tested in big ways like my father's generation was, to stand up for Canada, for a democracy, for freedom, but for sure you will be tested in other ways, to stand up for a friend, to speak truth to power, not to give in to anger or hostility. So have the courage to do the right thing. The world is not short of clever people, but it can be at times short of courage. Have the courage to take risks, to try something new, to take on new challenges, to start without knowing exactly where you might end up. You will learn more, get stretched more in new and important ways, and develop new skills along the way. Now, I know these words might sound a little bit gratuitous coming from someone like me who just said that her generation, relatively speaking, didn't have a lot to lose or fear. But I would suggest that at times like these, when having courage to take risks can have the greatest reward and the biggest impact. Now I'd like to suggest a third and final North Star. Civility. We live in a world that is often corrosive. Social media amplifies conflict, intolerance, and incivility. Differences of opinion are attacked, often personally, often derisively. And incivility isn't just breeding in the digital world, it's on the rise in the workplace, on schools, on campuses, in our communities. I'm not telling anything you don't know, probably much better than I do. But civility is much more than being nice or polite. It doesn't mean avoiding disagreements, or preserving the status quo, or quelling dissent. What it does mean is for people to be heard and respected, even when there is a disagreement, especially when there are disagreements. Civility matters because it allows views to be shared and understanding to be built. It levels the playing field, so it isn't just the loudest voices that get heard. In essence, civility matters because it's the foundation of a healthy democracy and a cohesive society. And these days, there are many forces fueling intolerance. What can any of us do? What can you do? I suggest making civility and respect one of your convictions, one of your North Stars. It will make you a great leader, a great team member, a colleague, and friend. It will fuel a virtuous circle. It will bring the best out in you and in others, and it will help build a better Canada and a better world. So thank you for letting me share this momentous occasion with you to celebrate all that you have achieved and all the promise and potential you bring to the future. You made it here. You will make it anywhere you want to go. So keep showing up, go forward with conviction and courage, lead with dignity and respect, and be guided in the months and years ahead by your North Stars. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. I wish you the very best.
Graduates, now is the moment you've been waiting for. Please rise. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, it is with great pleasure that I admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will members of the graduating class please be seated? My name is Jess Haynes, and I'm the Associate Dean of Research and Graduate Studies at the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. What started out as Macdonald Institute in 1903, which was one of Canada's first women's institutes, has now grown into one of the largest and most diverse colleges at the university, with over 7,000 students studying in various interdisciplinary programs that are highly ranked both nationally and internationally. Although a lot has changed over the last 120 years, one thing has remained the same, which is our commitment to addressing critical issues facing individuals, families, communities, and our world through integrated scholarship based on rigorous research, student-centered learning, and engagement with people and communities. As an interdisciplinary college renowned for applied research, we provide our graduates with more than just knowledge. We provide them with an opportunity to combine their passion with applied learning opportunities where they can develop the hands-on skills needed to address wicked problems related to justice, inequality, social change, health and well-being, and the environment. These applied learning opportunities help our students build resilience and a growth mindset through overcoming adversity. They stimulate students' creativity, nurture their passion, and help them build lifelong friendships. All of which will help ensure that each one of our students achieve their full potential and flourish both inside and outside the university. To our new graduates, I am delighted and proud of the achievement after many years of hard work. Today, I join your family to celebrate this important milestone in your lives and the fact that you are an engaged, well-informed graduate, primed to be involved in and shape the world of which you live. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences so they may be admitted into their various and several degrees.
graduating from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences with the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Allison May Bishop. Kira Boyd. Molly Elizabeth Contini. Sarah Head. Julia Beatrice Linares Roque. Shruti Nadkarni. Sivwatch U. Olivia Peters. David Saeed. Please join me in congratulating all of our doctoral graduates from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. Moving on to our magisteriate degrees, graduating with the degree Master of Arts. Quinn Sikos Bellini. Tianzi Du. Kyle Robert Heap. Megan Elizabeth Lowe. Ariana Pierman. Grace Pinkerton. Harleen Tour. Graduating with the degree Master of Psychotherapy. Carla Bihari. Haley Caravaggio. Neil Chowdhury. Brianna Malika Dawkins. Angela DeLauder. Christine Hewson. Margaret Lamb. Isobel McDonald. Maor Ozeri. Sarah Sequeira. Carmina Tellez. Victoria Wilson. Graduating with the degree Master of Relational and Family Therapy, Clint Ali. Sophia Clark. Emma Howard. Sydney Marie Jackson. Hillary Jarvis. Abirami Kankatharan. Dushka Malesh. Saranch Mehta. Alexandra Pavel. Brittany Pompili. Madison Pupa. Graduating with the degree Master of Science, Abigail Marie Villard. Please join me in congratulating all of our magisteriate graduates from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Taylor Archer, with distinction. Jaden Elizabeth Bentley, with distinction. Ella Best Taylor. Ellie Claire Biesenthal, with distinction. Kennedy Ryan Blair. Jaslyn Cheevers, with distinction. Ainsley Cody, with distinction. Daniela Dassisi, with distinction. Emma DeLay, with distinction. Luca Della Penna, with distinction. Chelsea Bianca Denton, with distinction. Megan Devine, with distinction. Jessica Edevine, with distinction. Charlie Ellis, with distinction. Charlotte England, with distinction. Marissa Estevez Murias, with distinction. Evelina Ferreira, with distinction. Briar Fernie. Crystal Pattenden. Hiba Godil with distinction. Courtney Gostis with distinction. Kyla Avery Helder. Nicole Kim with distinction. Liana Gertrude LeBlanc with distinction. Lily MacDonald. L. Maharis with distinction. Charlotte Maltby with distinction. Mallory Madison Mariconda with distinction. Emma Martell. Karina Mata with distinction. Donna Elizabeth Gale McDowell with distinction. Mara Peary McKinley with distinction. Erica Natalie McLaren with distinction. Abigail McNamara with distinction. Gracie Metcalf. Alicia Miller with distinction. Hannah Morris. Chrissy Munir. Kaylee Elizabeth Newell with distinction. Haley Phillips with distinction. Isabella Magdalena Pirog with distinction. Makota Lee Pitch. Bryn Porteous. Alexa Floros Rathburn. Sophia Adele Reed with distinction. Abby Nicole Ringrose. Hannah Rissanen with distinction. Mary Marjorie Robson with distinction. Alessia Maria Russo with distinction. Jocelyn Sallows. Ayesha Kirsten Samia. Jessica Alexa Samuel. Lily Sanderson with distinction. Sophia Saragasio. Gabriella Skornyanki with distinction. Esme Shaw with distinction. Grace Stevens with distinction.
Ella Strong with distinction. Andrea Yamima Tanoko with distinction. Nidhira Thushiyantan with distinction. Nicole Tomlinson with distinction. Tegan Vanderhook. Ariana Vidamo with distinction. Elizabeth Ward with distinction. Grace Westman. Avery Ann Wildgust with distinction. Bailey Nicole Wilkins. Sophia Rose Williams. Charlie Williamson. Abigail Olivia Wright with distinction. Maya Brigitte Fern Zauner. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Arts Honors Program. Emma Abrams. Jacob Ryan Acosta with distinction. Daitina Aliu with distinction. Lila Amer with distinction. Jack Archambault. Mary M. Archambault. Avery Archer with distinction. Valerie Arenko. Maya Arrigo with distinction. Aliza Avon with distinction. Isha Kaur Badwal with distinction. Aya Barakat. Emily Charlotte Barlow with distinction. Zachary Belmore with distinction. Madison Boyven. Lindsay Bowman. Katie Victoria May Brand with distinction. Sydney Breddy with distinction. Rowan Brunette. Nicolina Busija with distinction. Salaha Munir Butt with distinction. Jessica Cacchione. Lauren Elizabeth Ciolin.
Jessica Sharon with distinction. Anthony Joseph Pires Chita with distinction. Vanessa Chevarella with distinction. Bridget Clifford with distinction. Hayden Clipsham with distinction. Emma Coote. Taylor Sky Cricks with distinction. Ashlyn Kronheimer Brown with distinction. Anjali Cujo with distinction. Louis Chukai with distinction. Madison Chulakovsky with distinction. Ava Cutbush with distinction. Dylan Davey. Danica Deck with distinction. Kyla Dobson. Katarina Durliev. Alexandra Dudink with distinction. Serena Sarah Ann Dugdale. Emma Dunlop Duplessis with distinction. Aliyah Cheyenne Janelle Edwards Lang. Elizabeth Claire Ellsworth with distinction. Bailey Elstone. Bianca Espasto. Ishal Fessel with distinction. Grace Fast with distinction. Mia Fielders. Brooke Carly Figel. Brooklyn Maria Jane Frassen with distinction. Shelby Girdler. Anna Glass. Jackson Matthew Good with distinction. Matea Gordon. Madison Grucci. Aliyah Jade Haneke Preza with distinction. Aliza Hashmi with distinction. Bernadine Anisha Hector with distinction. Nicole Heen with distinction. Samantha Hooper with distinction. Gracie Truth Hornung. Ashley Horseman with distinction. Ethan Huff with distinction. Robert Hutchison. Liam Hutton. Emma Hayes with distinction. Fiza Ikram. Marina Ilkoff with distinction. Artine Jam with distinction. Isabel Victoria Jansezian with distinction. Logan Jane Jeffries with distinction. Nicholas James Johnston. Tyler Jones. Giselle Kallmeyer with distinction. Bonnie Kapoor. Dimitri Karvunas. Abby Kennedy with distinction. Maya Eileen Karakas with distinction. Sophia Kidd. Adnan Kajamet. Mason Clark with distinction. Loretta Lachine with distinction. Sophia Lamb with distinction. Courtney Laws. Carla Lindell Lindblom. Rachel MacDonald with distinction. Hallie Sarah Machado with distinction. Selena Mahaber with distinction. Sitara Mahabir with distinction. Lalaruk Malik with distinction. Jacob Malone with distinction. Eliana Marcello with distinction. Montse Marine Barajas. Alyssa Marsh with distinction. Elizabeth McIver with distinction. Joshua Robert Allen McKnight with distinction. Peyton McLeod with distinction. Jessica Medeiros with distinction. Kira Mikkel with distinction. Chloe Mendonca. Madeline Miller with distinction. Monique Milley with distinction. Margaret Mills with distinction. Yana Miroshnichenko with distinction. Ella Rose Moorsum. Jay Mucci with distinction. Jordan Mundell. Kayla Murphy. Alexis Nadesty. Gabriella Najar with distinction. Emma Napier. Leah Jordan Newman with distinction. Macy Nichols with distinction. Brooklyn Grace Perrette. Pia Parmar with distinction. Chloe December Pauls. Virginia Payne with distinction. Ellie Peabody. Trinity Platt with distinction. Ainsley Pont. Isabella Ramirez with distinction. Prabjot Ratan with distinction. Isabella Reda. Stella Reed. Eloise Rhodes Marriott. Victoria Ann Richards with distinction. Caitlin Ridsdale with distinction. Madeline Robertson. Lauren Robinson. Sadie Emily Rolfe with distinction. Ashley Ross. Samantha Rossi. Anna Carolina Ruiz Soler with distinction. Anaïs Sabatier. Serena Saini. Leah Desa Santa Croce. Alicia Schrader with distinction. Charlie Shapiro with distinction. Rowan Nicole Sharp with distinction. Tristan Connor Sibbins. Samantha Sicarella with distinction. Nirjala Sigdel with distinction. Mitchell Smilsky. Heather May Karen Smith with distinction. Abby Smithson. Emma Maria Stan with distinction. Caitlin Noel Stanton. Paige Stoffer. Brianna Steele. Kyle Strauss with distinction. Katrine Stulikova with distinction. Olivia Barbara Schmidt. Carlena Taylor with distinction. Jared Tessier with distinction. Eve Toogood with distinction. Madeline Trider. Sabina Gia Troiani. Liam Trudeau with distinction. Alina Udine with distinction. Alessia Vallejo Paredes with distinction. Gabby Vanderhoof with distinction. Haley Voino. Morgan Walmsley. Emma Whelans with distinction. Abigail Williams with distinction. Mandy Wilson with distinction. Laura Elizabeth Winters. Mia Zambon. Kira Cameron Ziegler. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Arts, General Program. Amit Basra. Michaela Ann Goddard. Emma Elizabeth Hilliard. Molly Hogan. Malcolm James. Alex Shuck. Marcel Margie with distinction. Bridget Morin. Atinuke Oyeleye. Isabella Pavoni O'Reilly. Aliyah Reagan Kristen Scharschmidt. Maya Ariel Chu. Emma Tosh. Venezia Volpe. Hildy Zalepa. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Science Honors Program. Hoshika Sen Balu. Xavier Jones Imhotep. Graduating with the degree Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences. Ian Forster with distinction. Vincent Manello. Sophie Marquis with distinction. Leah Frances McMenemy with distinction. Emma Rawlinson with distinction. Shannon Wagner. Nuha Zaman. At the beginning of the ceremony, we showed you a video. The voice in that video, which was me, guaranteed you that there would be a moment in the ceremony for truly thunderous applause. This is that moment.
Madam Chancellor, I would ask that you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present.
We're almost there. Hello, everyone. My name's Brenny Van Acker, and it's my privilege to be the President and Vice Chancellor here at the University of Guelph. And it's an honor to be here today to celebrate our class of 2026. As we near the close of today's celebration, we want to take a moment to acknowledge the journey that you've been on and to say thank you. Thank you to all of you for showing up. Class of 26, your time here has been marked by growth, challenge, discovery, and for sure, a few unforgettable moments. You showed up for each other, maybe offering notes from a missed class or sharing study space, bonded by the need for caffeine and those ever-looming deadlines. Maybe you became regulars on the bus, early mornings half asleep or late nights half frozen. Maybe some of you pulled your first all-nighter in the McLaughlin Library. And maybe you were shocked the first time you heard that library closing alarm blaring. I'm sure you all made friends who probably now feel like family to you. You danced during O Week, painted the cannon, maybe became a regular at the bull ring. And while I could keep listing the moments that made up your time here at the University of Guelph, there's something more powerful than words, and we'd like to show you.
Your time here wasn't just about the work, but we know there was lots of that. Lectures, labs, papers, and study groups. And it wasn't all about the fun. But we know there was lots of that. It could have been more about the people. The roommates, the friends, the professors, and classmates. But what we know for sure is, your time here was about you. Do you remember who you were that first day? You were definitely younger, maybe a little nervous and excited. You were trying to figure out where your next class was, what the next week would look like. And slowly, you conquered course after course, completed each semester, each year. It wasn't easy. For many of you, it wasn't even linear. But you're here. So how did you change? Along the way, you made friends.
We're going to the Frosty mug.
You might have even fallen in love. You learned how to take care of yourself, whether it was making a meal or managing your bills. You certainly learned how to manage your time. Some of you came here with an idea of who you wanted to be, while others, it was a process of self-discovery. Today, at the end of it all, we know you chose to spend your time here at the University of Guelph, and we chose you. You became part of our campus and community through learning and connecting, by cheering and working, and today, by graduating. How you choose to spend your time now is full of possibilities. You came to the University of Guelph to get future ready, and as a graduate, as alumni, this place will always be here to remind you of who you were and who you are today.
We hope that what you just saw captures the heart of your time here at the University of Guelph. Not just the big milestones, but the everydays that became extraordinary days because of the people you shared them with. And here's what we hope you carry with you. You chose the University of Guelph, and we chose you. You didn't just learn here, you lived here, you built community, and you brought this campus to life. Thank you for that. No matter where your path leads from here, the University of Guelph is part of your story now, and you will always be part of ours. As you embark on the next chapter in your journey, remember that the world needs you, your talent, your energy, your compassion, and you have the power to shape the future and contribute to a better, more just, and sustainable world. Go forth with confidence as new Guelph graduates and know that the University of Guelph will always be your home. We're incredibly proud of you, and we're eager to see the remarkable things you will achieve in the years to come. Congratulations to you, our new University of Guelph 2026 graduates. We cannot wait to see what you will do next. Thank you.
So just a quick announcement on the final stages of Convocation right now. In a moment, I'm going to invite our bagpiper front and center. He'll start playing the bagpipes. I'll ask everyone to stand, and then he will escort our platform party out of the Convocation Hall. Now, traditionally, right after that, the graduates would leave to the bagpipe music as well, but we're going to hold you back for a moment, and you're going to leave to something a little different. And I'll explain that to you. I can see the confused looks on your faces right now. We call that a tease, though. I'll explain that in a couple of minutes. Family and friends, as soon as the graduates leave, your instinct will be to get up and leave right away. I'm going to ask you not to do that for two reasons. One, we need to let the graduates get through the hallways unobstructed, and you're going to be taking the same hallway, so I just need to give them a couple of minutes to get to the reception. And two, I want to explain exactly where you're going and how to get there so you don't end up behind a locked door, which we've had happen in the past. All right, so just stick with me for about 2 minutes and then I'll get you out of here as soon as possible. With that, we'll invite our bagpiper forward, and we do have a tradition here at the University of Guelph that the final word on Convocation shall always come from our Chancellor.
This convocation ceremony is concluded.
Convocation is concluded. Please stand as you're able. So that we don't trip on the stair here, okay? You don't have to go around the box, so just go around the podium, okay? Thank you. They're almost gone. Never works. Never works. I missed like 70 in a row. Okay, the grown-ups are gone. Now we can have some fun. The president comes up and he's like, "We're almost there." I'm like, "Almost there? You didn't read 300 names, you know." Okay, so like I said, we're gonna have you leave to